Okay, first thing we got Club 5 SCX6. They're making a set of LED lights to go on there so you can light up the night. Actually, light up your doors. They shine backwards onto your foot panels.
That way don't fall again, eh?
Yeah, they actually, but they're bolted on. They're not stick on, so that's a nice feature. Yeah, I think they look kind of cool. It's a neat accent. I'd probably do some color to them. I wouldn't do white. Hitec finally coming out with some servos again, releasing some new stuff finally. Low Pro. It's the DB77. It's fully waterproof, IP67 rating, which IP67, I don't know if that really matters that much when it comes to waterproof ratings, because all these other brands are waterproof just as much to me. Full metal case. It is, thank God, it is a 25 tooth spline.
They changed it.
They changed it. It is finally a common spline count that everybody else runs. And then let's look at this guy. This is the Vesla.5.
Cool.
Rear-wheel drive, class 1 true scale. So it's a 1/5 scale. It's coming in 2 versions. It's coming in a gas, 2-stroke gas, or a brushless. Now,
it looks cool.
That motor is literally the size of a Coke can. It is huge. Let's see what it says. There's a 780 kV brushless motor with a 200 amp ESC, all set up to run 8S out of the box.
Cool. Tim would like that.
Wheelbase is 22 inches. It is 24 inches wide, and the overall bumper to bumper is 36 inches, so 3 feet long. Weight is to be announced, because they haven't even said what the weight is yet. The mega shocks. So this is a 1/5 scale. So when you look at the pictures on this thing and you see the size of these shocks, they are huge, huge shocks. Because those wheels and tires you're looking at on there are the same size as you would find at a Baja 5B. So look at the size of the shock absorber. They're just monsters. Monsters. So right now there's 2 places that they're going to be available that I've found so far, in DDM in the States and Taylor RC in the UK. Then we bump up to Carisma, who have come out with a 1989 Mitsubishi Pajero. I don't know. How do you say that? I'm not Mexican or Spanish. I have no idea. So this is on the MSA, or sorry, not the MSA. That's the little guy. This is on the SCA 1E 2.1. So what the 2.1 has is a chassis mounted servo. It's got a new designed anti-torque twist transmission. So basically your drive shafts are rotating in different directions, so you don't get the torque twist happening. They say this is a fully licensed Mitsubishi body. It has injection molded scale details, which would be your mirrors and your front grille. LED ready light buckets, not LED lit light buckets, just ready.
They're ready for you.
Right? It's only a 9 kg Metal Gear steering servo, and it does come as an RTR with the 1400 milliamp nickel metal hydride battery. It's not a super great battery, but at least it is truly ready to run out of the box.
With a brushed motor.
Must have backed it up a bit.
Oh.
Oh, no.
So that thing actually looks pretty scale. Big, huge windows in it.
Right.
Not like that, make the wheel wells up to here, and then, roof's going to stay right there.
I must have bumped back a bit here.
We went all the way back.
I did. I went, oops. There we go. There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
I bumped it. So yeah, that is the Mitsubishi. As you can see in the package, it does come with double A's, so it is truly ready to run. Exotek has made a solid slipper eliminator, basically, for the 6.3, B6.3. So if you want to run it with 0 slip, there you go. This is the Powerhobby .050. motor,
Big block.
big block, with the motor mounting plate to fit the SCX-24. So this is kind of like long block, not a big block, because this is a longer motor than the stock one would be. It's all wired and ready to basically be drop and play. The only thing they recommend with it is that you do need to modify the battery tray a little bit to make it fit. Now, also from Powerhobby is the SCX-6 axle housings, aluminum axle housings. These suckers weigh, the rear housing, let me find the spec on it here. The rear housing weighs, the front is 500 grams and the rear is 386. So you're 886 grams, which is almost a kilogram. That's a lot of weight just in housings down low, which is good on a truck that size, right? So,
man, that thing's gonna be heavy. All these extra lights, extra axles. Oh,
everything about an SCX-6 is heavy. And then BowHouse RC's released a bunch of upgrade parts. They've got some clutch pads. This is also for the SCX-6 slipper pads. These are carbon fiber ones. They have released a all aluminum independent suspension mount system for the front to work with the IFS system for Element, for the Element Enduros. They have, what's the other one's coming up here? They have made an upgraded shaft. So this is for the X-Maxx. So a lot of people, Tim can vouch for this because he does it himself. A lot of guys with X-Maxes take out the stock spur gear and they like to put in a pinion gear that has a 8mm center shaft, the larger, bigger ones that you'd find 1 mod and 1.5 mod, the big scale stuff, right? And basically use that as a spur gear. This is the adapter so they can do that. Just a boom, boom, bang, and out of the box it goes, and you're ready to go. Fits right into the factory stuff. Just makes it so you can put a pinion on. RC 4-wheel drive have released their super duper, really expensive, all metal 1/14 scale earth mover hydraulic loader. RTR. The ripper works, the bucket fully works, the tracks work, everything's metal. It is made by JD. It is not made by RC 4-wheel drive.
hydraulics are real.
Hydraulics are real. Yep.
That's how it moves.
Has a $3,600 US price tag. Somewhere around there. And if you read the specs and everything on it, they will only accept 2 forms of money. And you have to pay an additional $300 on shipping on top of it to have it shipped to you. Then,
or you can use a shovel.
Or you could, use a shovel. Might be faster, actually. I don't know. It's got a decent sized bucket. RC 4-wheel drive has also released a whole pile of aftermarket accessories for the 2021 TRX-4 Bronco. So they've got a bumper, front bumper set, fully lit up with LEDs, rear bumper set, all made by CC Hand, a whole bunch of various side boxes and vent covers and grill guards and rub rails. And you go to RC 4-wheel drive, you'll find all their new products. Side mirrors that actually have working LEDs in the side that work with the signals. These are the hood vents that would work on the top of the hood.
Oh, yeah.
And just a whole whack. They just released a whole pile of stuff. Well, these are skid guards. So these are sleeves to go over top of your links so that your chassis links will slide a little easier, in theory.
It's like getting that kunk.
Yeah. Instead of it binding up on the aluminum, chewing in. These would be the tailgate hinges for the back of the Bronco. Make them look more realistic instead of stickers. Side grills. So these are front fender vents, I guess is what they call them.
Keep the engine cool.
Mm-hmm. And then they also released 0.7-inch stamped steel beadlock wheels. And I cannot emphasize how small that is. It is the size of a dime. It's so tiny.
So tiny.
So tiny. And it's generally meant to go on their new 124 scale TF2. DragRace Concepts has released another DURO, so another rubber compound out for their Axis tire. This is a 20. This is the softest compound they have. It is still a belted tire, and it is, from everything I've seen, the reviews I've heard, it is stupid sticky. So, everybody's talking about those Voodoos.
Yeah.
People are also talking that this is probably going to give those Voodoos a good run for its money. And it's available.
And available. I was just going to say that. And available.
And you're not paying $300 for a set. Bittydesign has released a new 1/10 scale GT body that they're going to keep on sneaking out little teaser photos for the rest of the month here until the end of the month. I'm betting by next week you'll actually see the full vision of it and see what it actually is. People are guessing that it's Corvette style. Other people are guessing that it's an Austin style. So it'll be interesting to see. Bitty always makes a really cool GT body. I like their bodies. They're pretty clean looking, and I like the style. And also Proline has leaked out a teaser. This is called the Victory tire. So these are meant to go on their the Vendettas and all of those, that scale car. Like, there's a lot of parking lot basher cars coming out lately with they're just basically a low profile style rubber that this has some tread to it, whereas the stuff that comes on the Vendetta is pretty bald, really. There's not really
not much tread there.
It would work on a hot pavement, but it wouldn't work in a loose, if there's a little bit of sand on there at all or anything. This is supposed to do better. This is just a leaker, though, so far. There's no actual information on it yet. So, well.
Even the wheel looks as Vendetta style.
Yeah. So then let's get into the next thing. This got leaked out. Well, not leaked out. This got released last minute. Traxxas and their new drag tree. It's not even a tree. I'm kind of disappointed. I'm disappointed because I think that they could have done a lot better myself.
The spotlight. Starting light.
Yeah.
Blind your competitors.
It's basically all it really is a glorified blinking light. Oh, not blinking, sorry. But it's a light on a timer.
Yep.
So, it does work with the controller off of your Traxxas winch. All it does, though, is turn on. It doesn't have, there's nothing telling you at the other end who crossed the line first. It doesn't tell you what side. I don't even really so much care about whether or not there's a timing system involved. It doesn't tell you if you jump the light. It doesn't tell you anything. It literally sits there in the middle of the two cars, and the light comes on. No different than
their flashlight. Run out there like Big Chief.
Yeah.
Go there, flashlight, and boop.
Right. So it might be a cheaper setup than running the DTS system or any of the other brands of systems that are out there. However, just like in the full-size scale world of it, you're going to have to invest in a bunch of GoPro-style cameras, action cameras, so that you have people sitting there watching both cars on the line to see who moved before the flashlight was turned on. Then you're going to have the same number of cameras on the other end of the track so that you can see who crossed the line first with the different cameras from multiple angles, because nobody ever gets one proper angle. Well, so by the time it's all said and done, and you've spent all that money on all these action cams because you don't want to put a normal camera out there because that's probably going to get destroyed if it gets hit. So you put an action cam out there so it's a little bit more durable. Well, now you're up to the price of an actual proper timing system with the tree.
Yeah. And you know how that dispute about, who won? No, I beat you. No, you beat me. No.
Oh, yeah. And
I watch Street Outlaws. My guilty pleasure. I watch Street Outlaws, and even with those high-speed cameras, last week's show, they couldn't tell who won.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, get a laser sensor in there. Doesn't matter how close the race is at an NHRA track. They know who wins. Who jumped the light?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I understand what they're going for with this. So don't think that I'm dissing it big time. Okay, that's a little crap. I'm dissing it big time. I think this is kind of I think they could have done better. They already had a really good timing system. I guess really good is temperamental, but they had a timing tree, an actual drag tree system. The only company that actually made one in an RC scale at a reasonable price. So why didn't they just work with that and make it better, or make it more portable, work out some of the kinks, get some of the stuff? I mean, I understand this, but this is I just don't think they should have developed this one first. I think they should have put out the other one, a better version of the other one. Yeah, that's my take.